What's poppin', my peeps? How's it going? Today on the Monday Challenge, we're going to be creating our own film burn effects. Let's get it going. I absolutely love using film burns. I use them all the time. If you guys watch the vlogs during some of my cinematic sequences, I'll throw them in there just to give it like a more rock and roll kind of feel to it. Last year, I actually did this. I actually created my own film burn pack, which I put up on my website for free download. And I've used them for music videos and weddings and commercials and this YouTube channel. That's pretty much what I've used for any of my film burn effects this past year. And the other day I was kind of using them, and they are really gritty. There's a lot of grain to them, and sometimes they kind of fall apart when you really mess with the colors too much. So I wanted to make another pack that I could use for this upcoming year and mess around with that a little bit and just try some things that I didn't necessarily do last time. Even though I have done this before, I just really wanted to challenge myself to try a few different things when I'm making these film burns. So I'm just going to show you guys roughly how I do this, and then we'll get into it and get it going. There's a couple ways that you could do this. One, we could set up like a black screen, which I have, but I figured the best way to do this was kind of a more low budget solution, something that everybody could do. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to slap a lens cap on your lens. I don't have one for this camera, so just pretend that there's a lens cap on here. And we're going to use the technique called lens whacking. I actually made a video on that last year as well. I'll leave a link down below. If you don't know what lens whacking is, you should check it out. I use it all the time for music videos. You're going to want to stay in a dark area, maybe a dark room, maybe do this at night, I don't know. Just make sure you're shooting in a dark area. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be exposing the sensor to get that film burn effect, and we're going to be using a light. So when we're not using the light, we want to make sure that it's dark so that our image is black. So basically lens whacking is taking your lens off and you're kind of like wiggling it around in front of your sensor. Focus ring should be set to infinity, but in this case it really doesn't matter. Like, you can be completely out of focus. You should be completely out of focus, actually. You want to be out of focus. Best way to do it would be to keep the camera stationary, just on tripod or a Joby stand. You're gonna need both your hands, light in one hand, lens in the other. You know, turn on your little light guy, boop, and then I'm gonna turn this all the way down. I don't need it all the way up. And then you're just like moving the light around and the lens around and exposing more light into the sensor and taking it away to get that weird film burn effect. So I'm using a daylight aperture, just, what is this, the M9. These things are banging. You should definitely have one of these if you don't. There's an affiliate link down there. Daylight LED, I think it has a CRI of like 95. It has a CTB, which is a color temperature blue, and then CTO, color temperature orange. So that affects the temperature of your color. This is a daylight LED, so when we're doing this, some things that I'm going to mess around with are the color temperature in the camera. I'll go all the way up to 9600 and all the way down to like 2800 just to get some different colors. Some more blues and then some more oranges, just to have a few options to play with in post. Just looking around my house here, I think I want to use the bathroom because there's not a window over here. Close the door to the bedroom, and then there's not too much light. So I'm going to put the camera in the doorway of the bathroom and use this location. Messing around with different color temperatures and applying different colored gels to the light, I think that really gave a cool effect because now I'm going to have different colors to play with. I think it will be good having two ends of the spectrum because now I don't have to manipulate the image too much in post. Because I'm shooting at an 8-bit codec, my image would fall apart if I really messed with the hue and all that stuff. So I don't have to do that now, which is really good. Last time I did this, I think that's what happened. I think it's because I really manipulated the colors in post, and because I was shooting at an 8-bit codec, the image started to fall apart a little bit. But for certain effects and for certain videos, I do like that. I do like a more grungy, kind of pixelated, grainy effect. Also, this time around, so I'm shooting on Sony, so for this time around, I actually shot in the picture profile Cine 2 rather than S-Log. I wanted to mess around with that because exposing properly with S-Log can be difficult, especially when you're working with a lot of shadows. And in this situation, we're working with the complete opposite spectrum of highlights and shadows. So I figured Cine 2 might be a better picture profile to get like a cleaner look. I guess I'll just have to see how all that stuff pans out in post. I love messing around with film burn effects, and The cool thing with them is you don't have to do just a stereotypical screen blend overlay. You can mess around with your overlays, you know, try different things out. A lot of you ask, how do I get that weird color wash thing going on? I do that because I play around with the blending modes. I also play around with the blending modes of maybe even overlaying additional footage on top of that. So there's a lot that you can do with overlays. Have fun with it. Try this out if you want to. Some people will never recommend doing something like lens whacking or exposing light into your sensor because they're worried that you're going to damage your equipment. I'm sure that that's happened before, but I've personally never done that because you just gotta be a little careful, that's all. If you are gonna give this a shot, just keep in mind that you are exposing your sensor, so just take that into consideration. And don't blast the light in there for like a long period of time because you will burn your sensor. But other than that, you should be fine. Very excited to use these this entire year. I probably will still use my old film burn pack, which, like I said, it's up for free download on my website. If you guys want to grab that, feel free, go ahead. Definitely going to make some more overlay packs in the future. I want to try some different things with light and prisms and all this stuff and lens effects and blah, 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 blah. So you will definitely see more of this for sure. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you like this video, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, smash that keyboard, subscribe if you aren't already, ring that bell, and stay hungry. Peace! This is gonna piss some people off. I gotta get that thumbnail somehow. So just like you know, just like that in there. And definitely don't do that. See you later.